Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thank you for rocking with us. We don't really care what Ruben thinks. He's just someone that we invite into the studio once a month just because we know him.
What are you trying to call me some special stuff, man?
I love you, Ruben got into his feelings because he did not like the Milli Vanilli song that I played, and then I just had to remind him, Jay, that in 1989 when Milli Vanilli came out, every single person who was listening to Girl You Know It's True and Blame It on the Rain,
and they won a Grammy.
Everybody thought it was hot, and then we heard the scandal and we got in our feelings. But then we realized, you know what, cut the feelings. Them songs was dope.
Yeah.
Now
who's going to the
they were whack.
The show Saturday.
What show?
The 90s thing.
Nobody.
What up?
Everybody too old.
I want to go.
What 90s thing? What
yeah, all the Fresh, all the
people who can't make money now.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. That's what I was getting ready to say when we was talking about Ja Rule earlier. You got Kid and Play, Chub Rock, Big Daddy Kane.
Ain't no money.
You got all these artists from the 90s, and then you're gonna put Ja Rule right there.
Cause Ja Rule sucks too.
I took Mama J to a hip hop concert a couple years ago, and it was a real dope 80s concert.
But who was it?
But the headliners, you had Dougie Fresh, you had Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, a lot. You know, those cats. You had Special Ed, all that kind of stuff.
Nobody gonna see Ja Rule.
Hold up. You understand where I'm going with it? All those names I just named. Want to know who the headliner was? DMX.
Yeah, I was at that show.
Yeah,
because
they're trying to get the young
I was
kids.
doing bodyguard work for the first the little kid R&B group.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that?
Yeah.
I was in a car with Mama J on Saturday. We went to the MS Walk. We went to support our brother Archie and our sister Danielle, and of course our departed sister Joy on past Saturday. So Mama J and me were in the car. And we were listening to Redman. You know, I was telling her who Redman was. And, you know, there's not a lot of songs that you can listen to Redman that's not dirty. Right. So I had to screen and turn it down. She was like, what you doing? I was like, nah, it's dirty. It's, you know, she looked me square in the eye and said, Daddy, I went to a DMX concert with you.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I might as well turn that joint back up.
And the thing about it, I seen DMX a couple of times. This had to be his worst.
I actually didn't think it was that bad. It reminded me of the 90s DMX. Yeah. He at least was not high.
The fact that
he was drunk.
Think DMX was decent is a problem.
DMX was one of the dopest 90s rappers.
Yeah, he was the
barked
best.
like a dog.
Yeah.
Half
you don't like X, man?
Half the crap he said
hold on.
terrible.
Hold on, bro. You don't like X?
I don't really like X.
You don't like Dog Man?
Oh, my God.
What?
I mean... It's just,
Dog
I mean,
Man.
again, it's one of those things. You know what DMX was? DMX was a lot like Tupac in the fact that, you know, he was absolutely brilliant, but him being flawed just diluted his brilliance.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, and fortunately, we still have Earl. We don't have Tupac anymore.
Yeah.
But their brilliance was diluted by their demons.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. We walking back into the round table. Big Rube, take us into our final segment of the night before our rants and our closings. What you got, bruh?
Arf. So, back on the round table. That's why you get to pick from 2, 4, and 7.
2, 4, and 7?
Yep.
4.
All right. So, a 15-year-old boy from India dies today by taking a selfie with a .32 caliber pistol. As he was taking a selfie, he accidentally pulled the trigger. I guess he went to go with his left instead of his right, and he pulled the wrong thing. So, India has nearly 40% of selfie deaths in the last 3 years. 19 of 49 selfie deaths. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a stat. People die by taking selfies. They have actually imposed no selfie zones in India. So, first of all, really? And do you think it's time to impose some no selfie zones in the United States? Mr. 3375, what do you think, sir?
That's a crazy stat. People,
Oops.
he was 15?
Huh?
He was 15.
He was 15, yeah. And he had a 32 caliber pistol in one hand and his phone in the other.
So he was.
And I guess
he was taking a selfie and probably
thinking about pulling the right finger and pull the left.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
He should not have had a gun.
True. At 15.
And if you're going to play with it when you know you shouldn't have, what the Friday night special is it doing loaded? Where's mommy? Where's daddy? Where did he get this?
Well, the safety was off, so he probably didn't know.
It should not have been loaded.
Lady Z says she loved DMX.
I'm with you, Lady Z.
Yeah, so
I'm with you, Lady Z.
Lady Z says she loves DMX.
I'm with you, Lady Z.
So Rube,
probably because he black as night.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said on the show.
Yep.
In the history of radio.
I hate DMX, man.
Obviously.
Eric's gonna give it to you. How about you?
But you also don't like KRS-One. Like your hip hop credibility is in the toilet. Like you don't get to talk about hip hop.
Let's go back to selfies, please. And then we will talk about. We'll finish this conversation after we finish the selfie.
You don't like KRS-One?
I don't like that.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna go back to selfies because I don't even want to talk hip hop with you.
I don't like that rapper.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show when we like that rapper when you come back on. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have this hate.
He another dude on the planet that I can't. If he never makes more music, I'm not gonna be upset.
Yeah, okay, you're in hip hop timeout. So selfies.
I mean, you should be paying attention.
I am.
I want Jimmy's.
I'm waiting for Mr. 3375. People keep interrupting him.
First of all, like I said, he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have had a gun. He shouldn't have been trying to take a selfie. And if you can't multitask, you don't need a gun in your hand. Period.
Big shout out.
And the stats is crazy. Would you say 19?
19 or 49.
19 or 49 people.
Selfie deaths occur in
That's
India.
crazy. That's crazy.
That's one of the latest ones, isn't it?
Yeah, that happened today, actually.
Yeah.
Big shout out to comedian Lisa P, who checked me on a What the Friday Night Special.
Hey, Lisa. How you doing, babe?
Lisa.
Lisa.
You going to get time out.
That's why.
Yeah, but I still love her, though.
That's
she know
why.
I love her.
Chico.
I mean, you going to talk about the no selfie stuff? What's up?
Oh, oops.
Jesus.
I did talk about it. He should not have had it. He should not have had it. Now, I'm laughing. It's bad that he killed himself. Accidental suicide. It's bad. But he should not have had it. And if you're going to play around with it, trying to be slick, then goddamn, don't have it loaded.
Oh, really? You got to be all like that?
Don't have it loaded.
She been freaking cussing all night.
I know, right?
cuss on this show. Just me. No more shits.
I'm a co-host.
No more. Yeah.
I'm the co-host.
It's cold.
I got the right to cuss.
But it's cold.
I'm saying you don't have to bring God in this. He ain't do nothing to you.
It's cold.
Okay, did I cuss?
Yeah, you said
Okay.
God. Damn.
Okay.
Yeah. No more of
that over there.
No more of that shit. All right.
That means I can do it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now, the hell.
Front door.
Give a damn.
Marcus J.
This is a no-brainer. He's a dumbass. I don't want to talk about him. We talking about
exactly.
We talking about a 15-year-old dumbass taking a selfie, shot himself. Yeah, I mean, we ain't half stepping. Like, really, move on. What's the next one? What's another number? We
But
did
you
4.
didn't answer the question.
What's the question?
The question was, is it time to impose no selfie zones in the United States?
No, that's stupid.
No, that's stupid.
Was somebody being an idiot?
Yeah, come on, man. Really?
I mean, actually, a couple months ago, a dude in Oklahoma did the same thing.
Because he's an idiot.
So now we just talked about 2 dummies.
That's the thing.
What about the millions of freaking selfies?
Yeah, we take millions of selfies.
I mean, we got selfies, of people that's in this room. I ain't never shot myself in the head. I ain't trying to take a selfie with my gun.
Yeah, like people want to always show how hard they is. They ain't hard.
Oh, he's hard right about now.
Stiff as a mug.
They're just like Chauncey from Menace to Society.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He hard.
Oops.
All right, Marcus J.
I got to pick one.
It is 2 and 7.
Oh, I don't like neither one of those numbers. I'm gonna go with the 7 though. I'm gonna go with the 7.
Let's see who did something this
Number
time.
7.
Yeah. You would think that after all these years he'd know to
Easter
speak into the
Bunny
mic, but it's all right. So
He blew
good.
his head off taking a selfie.
Yeah, whatever. Man charged after
Really don't
cop
like this
helps
guy, man.
him find his lost marijuana in the yard.
It's a dummy.
Say what now? The
It's a
cops
dummy.
helped him.
An Ohio man who got a police officer's help to find a bit of marijuana lost in his yard has been charged with misdemeanor drug abuse. The patrolman's body camera video shows an intoxicated man admitting that he lost the drug. The Alliance officer says that he didn't want children to find it, and then locates it in the grass. The man asks If he throw it back on the ground, the officer refuses. Police say the officer found the man stumbling along the road and tried to get him home safely. Some commenters suggested the man has an alcohol problem and criticized the Alliance Police for sharing the video on Facebook. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. And then the captain told the newspaper that it's just a lighthearted example of silly things that people say to officers. Straight up. Is this entrapment? I'm serious. Anybody can start. I am so serious right now.
I'm going home.
Is this, I mean, I need you to think about this. Is this entrapment?
Are you serious? Because the officer was helping him find his weed?
He's an idiot. Period. The world dumbest criminals, that's him.
Is it?
Period.
Now, Ruben, this is where you should bring up your little natural selection.
I mean, yeah, but I'm being serious right now. Yo, cop was like, hey, can you help me find my weed? I want to make sure the kids get it. All right, I'll help you. Oh, we found it. You're going to jail.
But how was that entrapment, though?
Thank you.
Yeah. The world.
I mean, if we're gonna dissect this
First of
based
all,
upon the question that you asked,
first of all, he was drunk.
So what? How was that inside?
Hold on. He was drunk, so we're probably looking at a less than 50% chance he knew exactly what he was talking about. And then, two, he helped him find it, and we looked at him and was like, yo, man, is this yours? Really? Is this yours? Like he could answer that question. Why he's intoxicated. Now, if you took a man for being intoxicated in public, I'm cool with that. But for having drugs, man, he ain't had drugs. He said he dropped it. That don't mean he had it. He couldn't find it. Hey, can you help me find it? Yes, it's probably stupid to ask a cop to help me find your drugs. But how you going to help the dude find the drugs and then arrest him for it? Come on, man.
He deserved to go to jail.
He deserved
Come
it,
on,
yeah.
man. Are you serious right
jail.
now?
I'm so serious right now.
I mean, I just
Yo,
can't
he
believe you're
deserved
serious
it.
right now.
He
It's like
deserved
this position you taking is.
And then on top of that, they put the video on Facebook.
Come on, man. For real. You serious?
You put police video on Facebook? That's kind of illegal. Just saying.
Right.
This ain't cops.
The world dumbest criminal. He need to be on that show.
Just saying. So basically, this dude. I'm not saying he don't belong in jail. And I'm not saying he ain't stupid.
He is, though.
But I'm just saying that some of his rights were a little stepped on.
No, it wasn't.
Did he give permission to put the video
Because he
online on
asked a
Facebook?
friendly neighborhood police officer to help him.
Did he give permission to put his video on Facebook?
He does
No,
not.
he did not.
It doesn't matter.
One, I mean, let's just be honest. When a person is intoxicated, their judgment is very little. Just saying. They use it in other cases all the time.
I'm still not seeing entrapment, though. Where's entrapment?
There is none.
There is no entrapment. And we also know that the police have been authorized, and we can debate whether this is fair or not, but they've been authorized to use whatever methods necessary to get the information that they need, up to and including deception and outright lies. Well, and so if I come to you and I say, can you help me find my weed? like seriously. I mean, I'm gonna make it plain. The shit's funny to y'all, then fine.
Excuse me, officer.
Yeah. Excuse me, officer. Like, how many times have we seen people call 911 because they got robbed by a drug dealer?
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, officer. I lost my weed. Can you help me find it? Where's the entrapment? There's no police is not soliciting the conversation. You, as the dummy drug head, is soliciting the conversation. So you say, officer, I can't find my weed. Can you help me find my weed? What is the answer the officer should have? And then we're going to play this game. What's the correct answer for the officer? What should they have said to avoid any discussion of entrapment?
Where's your weed?
No.
I can't find my weed, officer. Can you help me find
Where
it?
did you lose it?
Sure, son.
I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking you.
I mean, is it in the general area?
It might be. Can you help me find it?
Stop playing, Ruben.
Yeah, cut the
But
bullshit,
that's what I'm
man.
saying.
For real.
But that's what I'm
world-
saying.
Seriously, I mean,
The world's
where is?
dumbest criminal.
But where's entrapment?
I'm saying, man.
Man, go on to the next one. You tripping?
So nobody thinks this is a trap mail?
It's just you.
Yeah, just you, man. The world's dumbest criminal.
And the world's dumbest commentator who
Yeah.
thinks it's entrapment.
Ruben, you are now labeled a natural selection.
Yeah, man.
You in timeout.
Yeah, man. If you didn't have one more to give us, we wouldn't even let you talk no more the rest of the night.
I do things to get ratings, so y'all need to
Man, go ahead. Cut it out. Because you think
That
that.
did not get a rating.
No. You got people cutting us off right now. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do with these numbers that we just lost, messing around with Big Rube his once a month appearance.
And everybody tunes in for that.
Is that right? I
That's
guess
right.
we'll find out tomorrow.
I know we are, right? When you see 50, you're going to be like, I guess people do turn in for Big Rube.
Yeah, okay, loose change. Okay, I got you.
So, 2 toddlers found tied and chained in backyard, Texas deputies say. Around midnight Thursday, deputies went to a house in San Antonio after somebody called to report to hear a child crying in the backyard. Deputies knocked on the front door, got no answer. Went around back, used the ladder to look over the fence. And guess what? Hey, they saw 2 toddlers in a state that Keith struggled to describe. The 2-year-old boy was chained to the ground as if he was a dog. There is no slack in the chain. His pants were down. You could tell he'd been there for a while. And a short distance away, a 3-year-old girl who was tied to a door with a dog leash who was just exhausted. What is so funny?
I'm trying to figure out where you find these stories.
Yeah, because this is weird. And we don't get to laugh, like, for real? What the hell is wrong with you?
This is on CNN.
Okay, but it's still weird. We get to laugh through
Jeez,
it. I'll shut our mics off and just leave it to you so that we don't embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, so you don't embarrass yourself. The deputies moved quickly to release 2 youngsters, but their work was not finished. Inside the house, they discovered 6 children ranging from the ages of 10 months to 13 years. There are no adults on site to care for them. To describe this as disturbing is an understatement. It makes you wonder what somebody is thinking. How can they do this? Early Friday morning, the parents of the 6 children who were inside returned to the house. The mother, Portia Phillips, 34, was believed to be responsible for caring for the 2 toddlers, authorities said. She was charged with an injury to a child by omission with serious bodily injury and injury to a child by omission with bodily injury. Really? They can just say you hurt the kid?
Can you just read the story, man?
I'm trying, man.
They knew you were going to read it.
I mean, I have to read this because if I leave stuff out.
Maybe I brought the mics up too soon. We should let him. I'm going to cut my mics back off.
Yeah. Deputies have said they're searching for the parents of the toddlers found in the backyard. CPS was called in. Child Protective Services. Just in case y'all ain't know.
We knew.
Some might not know.
We knew that, Mr. Bodily Harm.
Yeah. Okay. I can't believe y'all laughing about kids being hurt. Toddlers were taken to Children's Hospital San Antonio are recovering. Though the girls in intensive care. One of them has a fractured arm and wrist, and the other has superficial injuries, including abrasions and scarring. 6 children have been cleared for foster care. Neighbors and authorities said they were horrified by the conditions the children were found in. One of them said, when we heard of it, it was bad. No joke. It was shocking, especially something happening across the street, and we didn't even know about it or see it. We're grateful that this person was brave enough to call us, and our deputies were able to respond when they did. I don't even want to think about how this could have happened. How could this played out had our deputies not gotten what they did? Now, my question to you is, and this is a very serious question. Y'all gonna laugh, but this is real serious. In order to have children or to take care of children, should there be some sort of test?
Test.
I mean, I understand where he's going. I mean, we've had conversations like this before. Like,
I mean, because
it's not. I mean, we can sit here and say yes, you need to take a test,
or something. Something like, does CPS need to go to everybody's house?
I mean, it's easy to say that, but it's an impossible.
I'm just asking.
Let me say it. It's an impossible thing to track because people gonna have sex, and as a result of the sex, people going to have babies. Now, if CPS wants to involve themselves in all of that, who you think is going to pay for all of that? Us, the taxpayer. And you can argue that we're going to end up paying for it on the back end anyway. We can make an argument about that. We can do a cost analysis of how much money it would be and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is, while it's fortunate and frustrating thing to even have to have this conversation, because you got some dumbasses who do dumb stuff to kids. At the end of the day, it's just not financially feasible or morally right to put someone else's burden on everybody else just because you're a jackass raising potential little jackasses. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I understand the question. You got to take a test to have a kid, to drive a car. You got to take a test to perform surgery. You got to take a test to do pretty much anything else that's important in life except for have a kid. And having a kid is more important than all that stuff. I get it. But you can't regulate it. I just don't see how you can do it in a very equitable and fair way, because ultimately people who ain't got nothing to do with your nonsense is going to end up paying for it. And that's not right.
Okay. That's why.
No. Ditto Marcus.
All right.
That means she agrees with me.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I realize that.
It's definitely going to be hard to even do, because sex is a everyday thing, part of billions of people. You can't track that.
Well,
you can't track that.
And I say that, I hear y'all, and I say this. In Japan, or China, I can't remember which one it is.
You only can have one child.
You can have 2.3 children.
China.
Yeah.
China. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can only have a certain number of kids.
Yeah.
Anything other than that, if she gets pregnant, it's an automatic abortion.
Yeah.
Which is nonsense.
That's
but
why
at the
they
end of the
out.
day, it's not what you suggested.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that.
That's why they over here.
Some horny ass Chinese people.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Horny.
but I mean, this goes.
I'm sorry, go.
This goes back to a couple things. Like, you know, I understand. Like, that's too big to get into now. Like, there should be limits on how much money you get from the government, about how many kids you get, because I don't think it's right. You keep having kids, you keep getting more money. To me, that doesn't make sense to me.
The more we should subtract.
You know, there should be limitations.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, and I think it's fair. I think it's fair that some people, not even some people, you got to make it fair to everybody. You have to go through some sort of counseling or something when you're about to have a kid or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that we need to become this utopian system, but I'm sick of, me personally, I'm just sick of people having kids and they can't take care of them.
I get it. I totally get that.
You know, because it's just bad. And I think as a, you know, some people completely disagree. I'm not saying the government should take over, but the government probably should kind of start outlining some things to kind of calm that.
But how can you do that though? Because
it starts with.
Because a lot of people, they don't show that they crazy until after the fact.
Well, that's true. I mean, and you know, and when it's all said and done, I guess it's hard to do anything about it. You know, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm not saying we can only have 2.3 kids per family, but I think that is fair to have some sort of small meeting or a counseling with a counselor. Just hey, how's life? Everything good? You know, everything good? Your home life? You know what I'm saying? Because the problem is, like, we always complain about all these little badass kids running around, and it's not really their fault because kids are having kids. And
I agree.
You know.
So should you monitor for whether or not you're able to monetarily take care of your kids, or should your argument be, let's have a meeting and see if you're mentally stable to have a kid?
You know, it's a little bit of both, or at least at the very least, because clearly, and I'm not trying to put any teachers down, but clearly life, the teachings in school ain't working.
Well, some of the parents aren't working either. So if you want to have that meeting, I think that it wouldn't be fair because someone doesn't have the money, but I think what's in the head would be more important. Like,
well, I mean, and I don't think it's a situation. I don't think it's a situation in which you need to say, "Hey, I need your financial records, whatever." I think it's fair to have, hey, you know, go to a class and they talk about it for a couple hours, so you at least have an idea, especially if you're under the age of 18. Like, if you're under the age of 18 and you're pregnant, I personally feel you should have no choices.
Check this out. I'm 16 years old.
Yep.
I'm pregnant. I'm going to your class,
Yeah.
right? But I'm so in love with Jay. We gonna have this baby. It don't make no difference what you say.
Yeah, but the thing about it is you have to come to my class with parent.
Okay, so my mama gonna come with me too. But we in love. We gonna have this baby.
Oh, that's great. But I mean, the question now is,
What you gonna make them have
It
an
doesn't-
abortion?
Well,
I mean, no, it's not even about having an abortion.
Kicking and screaming.
It's about just basically, hey, look, this was going to happen.
I can take your class and I can leave and still be an idiot for a mother.
I think it's not going to happen.
Oh,
It
Not in
won't
the United
happen.
States
It's not gonna
because
happen.
the United States focus on bullying other countries, so they don't care about what's going on in their own country because they worry about what the hell is going on in other countries.
So then we just pretty much just do nothing.
Well, what can you do?
What can you do?
You can't do anything to fix it.
Like, I'm not in everybody's household. Like, pull out. Your pull out game ain't strong.
Oh my God! If that doesn't take
Yo,
the mood down,
that's so funny. Your pull-out game
Your
ain't strong.
I need you to have a pull out game. Like,
Sorry, man. You messed up that time. I'm going to have to, you need to get the joint, man.
yeah, I'll be ready.
Go to Walmart, 50
I'll be
bucks.
waiting for you to
you
come.
know, but I totally agree. Some
mean,
people shouldn't have kids. I totally
yeah,
agree. But
I
how
mean-
can you monitor it? You know, what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I don't know if there's-
a billion
Jay, that
people.
was horrible.
What?
What?
It's the truth. Clearly. Clearly it's the truth.
I tell them, I tell these young kids every day, pull out.
You don't
If
need to be
wanna
telling
try-
them that.
pull
What
out.
you need to be telling them is not doing it.
Yeah, that works.
That ain't gonna happen.
Not pulling out is
That
an
ain't gonna
invitation
happen.
to go ahead and try it.
Trying to tell these little young
basically-
Oh
boys.
my God.
Basically what he's saying is instead
Something
of
stupid.
no, at least wear a condom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if
That's
you're
not
gonna
what I heard. That's
well,
not
if
what
you're
I got.
if you're relying on the pull-out
But-
method, then you lost already.
But you do have these dumb kids.
I ain't wearing no condom.
At the yeah.
I'm
I ain't
not
wearing
saying we
condom.
don't.
I want to
I'm
feel
not saying
everything.
that we
Well, your
don't.
pull out game better be strong.
I'm not saying we don't, but that pull out is not working. I can't cuss no more. I've reached my max for the night. But that pull out shit is not working.
I get it.
How much? How much does it take? I mean, what? Do we need a full tablespoon to make a baby, or half a tablespoon to make a baby? Come on, be serious. That doesn't. The pull out don't make no sense. It's don't do it.
That sounds like a conversation for another time.
It's don't do it.
2 hours
But-
after dark.
Yeah.
You will not counsel my kids.
But yeah, that's the round table today. You know, and to close the round table, I like to say that yes, I'm not a fan of KRS-One, and you just going to live with that. Big Rube, Barry Marcus.
You know, ask that with Marcus J. Live from the Dan Legacy Internet Radio. I love when he's here because he's a good sport. I pick on him probably a little bit more than I pick on anybody else because I know he can take it. But even if I thought he couldn't, he would just have to deal with me being a bully. And you know, ask that Marcus J.